This TV.
Alright, no slack. Alright, Shalom, you know.
Let's wait till it come up here.
Okay.
Let me do it.
Go there.
Turn it up and see if we can hear. Turn it up and see if we can hear. There we go.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arakakwadash. A double honors unto the elders and apostles at GMS Great Millstone. And a sincere shalom to you. I can bring out this word in diligence and in truth. You know, this is a GMS Las Vegas camp. You know, we just coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We want to bring a lesson out unto you I can through the spirit. You know,
Right.
Elder Apostle Ramlab did a live stream a little bit earlier today, and he basically went into missiles and the destruction of this place, Babylon the Great, the virgin daughter of Babylon, which is America. You know, those are just his biblical names. You know, and he spoke about how the missiles are going to be set in an array, and how America is going to be destroyed by the same missiles that the Lord put His indignation in, man. And when he said that, it sparked a little lesson. Because when he said 200,000 missiles, you know, we're gonna grab that scripture too. But in speaking of those 200,000 missiles, it's an overkill when you think about it, man. Because the America really don't need 200 million missiles. 200,000 ICBM nuclear warheads is enough for this place. But to have the million put on it is an overkill. And if you think about it, Esau does the same thing to Jake today, you know, talking about overkill. You know, when you're looking at the news and different outlets like that, you know, it'll be a scene where Jake gets shot 25 or 36 times, and we're like, damn, like, wasn't 3 enough? Isn't 1 enough?
Yeah.
You know, but Esau's a man that overly kills.
I got 2 scripts. I need you to grab the definition for overkill.
Right.
I'll pull them scripts. Yeah, let's grab that definition because I'm sure it's got something good. Let's go with these scripts. Hold a second. Yeah, I got it.
All right, the definition for overkill, it says this is just straight off of Google. It says excessive use, treatment, or action too much of something. The amount by which destruction or the capacity for destruction exceeds what is necessary.
Yep. I got. Is there anything else on there?
It gave an example. It says a 40 megaton nuke is overkill for destroying a farmhouse.
Oh, really? That's what it said?
Yeah.
That's that example again?
It says a 40 megaton nuke.
And 200,000 thousands is going burn down this barnyard, house. You know?
It says overkill, the capacity of a nation to destroy by nuclear weapons more of an enemy than would be necessary for military victory.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it don't get better than
that.
It
kind of
does. We didn't even think of that definition when we started off this for this lesson. Let me see. There's a certain script I was looking for. While I'm grabbing this, see right here. Grab Ezekiel 35.
Okay.
That's a good one, but where's this one that I want?
Okay. You want 5? Or 3? 1, start at the top.
Yeah.
This is Ezekiel 35 and starting at the top. More of the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
Hey, he gonna lay desolate. He's not gonna half-ass lay desolate. He gonna overkill to lay desolate, man. Okay? The Most High is going to use overkill. There's more on the It goes from the Most High's overkill to what Esau went overkill.
This is 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood.
And because he had a perpetual hatred that was ongoing and excessive beyond the time of our calamity. When he could have let us out of slavery, he perpetuated it and kept it going further and further and further.
Bro.
You know?
Yep. I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth.
Yeah, you can read that part to the end of that. I didn't cut this off. I'll mute this, bro. The rest of my little things on here.
This is 8. And I'll fill his mountains with the slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I'll make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city
perpetual desolations. So he gonna have it because you keep going on and on and on, Esau, right? You read Hebrew Edomite. He's gonna make you. He's gonna end you perpetually, where you won't be going on and on and on. There's an end to your lineage.
Gone, bro.
Okay, because you don't know restraint. You don't know limits. He gonna show no limit with you.
Gone, bro.
Okay, bro. That you pretty much ended it. Yeah. Can't find this scripture I'm looking for. Should be right here somewhere.
I got
go whatever you got.
This is Jeremiah 49, and I'm gonna start at the 10th verse. This is Jeremiah 49 and 10, and it reads, but I have made Esau bare and have uncovered his secret places, and you Edomites, you so-called white people, you know. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Right. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Meaning that all the wrong Esau did, all the bloodshed, as it speaks of in Habakkuk, want to them that establish a city by blood or establish it by iniquity. You know, all that blood that Esau has put out, the Most High is gonna require it of your hand, man. I mean, you're not just gonna leave this earth without getting that recompense. And it says, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Talking about the dregs. Yeah. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all of the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. You want to speak on that, bro?
Perpetual waste. Hey, the Most High is gonna have to lay you all the way desolate, man. Matter of fact,
there's some more here too.
Yeah, I'll get over that. Go ahead.
This I'm gonna jump down to 16. It says, thy terribleness. Oh, it's a lot. I'm gonna keep reading down. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle.
Yep.
For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Right, and that's what's happening right now. You know, the Most High is bringing this devil Esau down unto the lowest level. You know, he's exposing them on all sides. You know, he's showing them for the rape, robber, the murderer that he is, man. And he's exposing them. He's showing the world that, hey, this man is nothing but a violent man. He has no upright bone in his body.
Exactly. It's a lot. Go ahead.
Everything that he does is for his benefit. You know, he doesn't regard the life of his beast. He doesn't regard the life of the people on the earth. You know,
he barely regards his own life.
Come on, bro. Everything is for his monetary gain. You know, Esau kill his family member in order to get some money off of it, man, or some plot of land, riches. This continuing. It says, thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock,
You Edomites.
That holdest the height of the hill, thou, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I'll bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Also Edom shall be a desolation.
Shall be that word. We gotta look that word up off the shelf. You didn't hear it too many times. Desolation. You can look it up in either one, blue letter or just Google. Because if you don't know what it means, we're gonna get it right now. But desolation, man, complete. Just watch. It's gonna say it's better. Let Google speak.
This desolation. From Google, it says a state of complete emptiness or destruction.
Complete emptiness. And remember when he said, I think it was Edras that said, will thou make a full end of Israel?
Yeah,
Telling the angel, asking the Most High, like, will you make a full end of our people?
He said, was thou mad at the trees?
Yeah, because you mad at everything for that? Because it's going to be that overkill from the missiles. Well, that's all to prove to the whole earth, particularly Esau, don't fuck with Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Bunya Yasharala. Bunyam Yasharala, Salaki. You know, don't play with his sons, man. Don't play with the children of Israel. Okay? You're gonna learn not to, like, everybody's gonna get the memo this go around. Okay? Even the 2/3 is going, okay. That's the standard. Okay, we gotta live at that. Alright? You got it, bro.
It reads 16, thy terribleness have deceived thee in the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I'll bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at the plagues, at all the plagues thereof.
Because the rest of the world gonna hear of and see what's happening to America, and gonna be like, oh my God, why is this happening? And what's funny, your air forces are still gonna try to fight, but you're gonna realize, like, this is futile, man. Like, I'm not gonna try to battle this dude. We don't stand a chance. We don't stand a chance. Okay? You don't stand a chance. Alright? Cause he gonna lay everything down. It's like the gangster nigga, that the hardest nigga on the block pulling a drive-by that don't give a shit about going to jail or getting killed himself. He gonna lay everybody down. My object to lay everybody down. Okay, all my enemies get laid down tonight. Okay, that's the level for you street-minded people that the Most High is gonna do. He gonna lay all the enemies down, particularly you Edomites, man. You practice overkill. He's gonna practice overkill. Okay, he gonna show you what overkill is all about. Yeah, keep going. I got a couple of them too.
This 18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities.
Hey, because that was overkill. Sodom and Gomorrah was overkill. It was only 5 cities, but he lit the whole thing up with fire and brimstone. He could have just hit a couple of little spots and, and killed people with a plague or something. He dropped fire and brimstone on that place to where even thousands of years later, nothing can be inhabited.
Exactly, bro.
You know?
It says, in the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there.
No man shall abide there. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah, no man is going to abide here. When you go to Revelation, the 18th chapter, it tells you only the little devils, basically the little desert creatures, is going to live here. Okay, that's nothing else can live here but those. Okay, they named a few of them. It's all desert creatures. Okay, desert rodents. All right, go ahead.
Neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Now I'm going to jump down to 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with him.
Hold on. I got to pull this right now. It's a lot. Romans chapter 9. Romans 9 and 22. Straight to the point. It says, what if the Most High, Yahweh, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. And what that's saying is he allowed you Edomites to go way above and beyond with overkill upon his children, the apple of his eye,
to build up that
wickedness so he could fulfill what he had planned for
God, don't the scriptures say the sins have reached up unto heaven?
That's overkill. When you gonna learn some restraint? This dude knows no restraint.
Yeah, Esau knows no bounds.
The red Hebrew Edomite knows no restraint, man. He doesn't know when enough is enough. Okay, like you brought up the fact that the police or whatever Edomite cops will shoot an unarmed Jake. Hey, he's unarmed. You didn't even need a gun in the first place, but you shot him 23 times.
Hey, Khan, don't the scriptures say he furthered the affliction?
Man. Right? I got
Esau's a nigga, bro.
That was another lesson I thought about. Esau's the original nigga. Nigger. You gotta call him nigger, niggard, all of those. He was the original. He's the one that taught us so well how to do it. Jake had just advanced it. Shalom, Michael. Let me see. It says, yeah, that was that. I don't need to show the other. I gotta get this one. Where did it go? Yeah, about this nigga this nigga Esau knows no bounds, right? Proverbs chapter 30, verse 15. I'm gonna start it. It said, "The horse leech have two daughters, crying, give, give." Now, if you know what a horse leech is, you get the comments. The horse leech is basically a leech. You know, a leech is maybe the size of your thumb or something like that, right? That's on a horse. Okay? So there's plenty of blood for that horse leech to suck from.
Yeah.
But what does it say? It says, "But the horse leech have two daughters, crying, give, give." They're crying, give, like it's not enough. This is the mentality of Esau right here. Crying, give, give. There are three things that are never satisfied. Yea, four things say not, it is enough. The grave, the barren womb, the earth that is not filled with water, and the fire that said it is enough. Said not, it is enough. Yeah, it's in Esau the same way. He's the same way. Overkill. He'll if you look at how he manages the earth, he'll deplete all the resources till it's gone. Then he'll move to something else. He won't try to balance it out and clean it up a little bit. He just use it up and move on like a damn virus.
Bro.
Okay, you let this dude live forever, like rule forever. He'll destroy everybody on the planet, including himself. You got it, bro.
This is Jeremiah 50, and I'm gonna start at.
He has an insatiable appetite for wickedness.
Bro.
Well, the Most High is gonna have an insatiable appetite for his indignation. Okay, his righteous anger. You got it.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 14. It's like 50 and 13.
Parasite, the water. Yeah.
Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited.
But Salak, bro, I gotta read that. It says Salak. It says parasite, an organism. This is behold, I come quickly, right? Shalom, Makala. It says an organism that lives in or an organism of another species, its host, and benefits by deriving nutrients at the other's expense.
Damn. Hey, that's like a cancer, you know,
bro.
Because when you look inside, where you see facts or studies on cancer cells, you know, cancer cells take the nutrients from the healthy cells, and what do? They ultimately turn those healthy cells into bad cells. You know, so cancers destroy white blood cells, which help boost the immune system and things like that, and they basically have cancer cells make the body fight against one another. So the organs are basically turned on the body of the host, you know, and become acidic, and then more diseases come, you know, and the immune system just shuts down, and then the body eventually dies. Yeah. You know, just like Esau. Hey, the earth is a body. The earth is a system. You know, Esau depletes the earth of its natural resources. You know, it's oil, it's water, it's air. You know, took the nutrients, took the golds and minerals out of the water, you know, puts chemtrails in the air, messes up the food, which messes up the soil, kills off the bugs, which help
dump oil into the water. We
dumped oil
into the water. Fluoride, he dumped oil.
Bro. Kills off the bugs, then tries to create robotic bugs to help pollinate the earth. Chops down all the trees, which oxygenates the air.
Yeah.
And then what happens? The earth becomes the yield of the earth becomes minimal.
Yeah.
Because Esau is a cancer.
Yeah.
He's a parasite, man. He never knows when he has enough, man.
Right.
Cause to him he has no true limit.
Hey, I'm always bring this up. Esau treats the earth like a rent-a-car that's not in his name. He gonna exceed the speed limit. He gonna put cheap ass gas, or he just gonna let it run on E. He gonna drive the shit off a cliff. He don't give a damn. You have to take peace from the earth. Exactly. He's that damn red horse, man. Trying to take peace from the earth. Okay.
That balance.
That's right.
You got pre or
no, you keep going what you got.
This is Jeremiah 50:13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, and that array is a battle formation.
That's right.
And all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. And that
spare no arrows.
And that arrow is not talking about physical, like literal arrows, talking about with the feathers on it and you just pull the string. It's talking about ICBM thermonuclear missiles, man.
That's right.
That's the arrows. The prophets
shot from one end of the earth to the other.
Exactly. Yeah. The prophets could only describe the visions that the Most High gave them with the things that they had around them. So when they seen the missiles, they seen when they seen the arrows or the missiles, they categorized it as arrows.
That's right.
It says, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord.
Spare no arrows, man. Unload your whole artillery on this place. Which is another, because the Most High works on a many-fold, meaning many different levels, many different folds, okay? So what he'll do is, he'll have you deplete, he needs a pit of some sort, if you will, to unleash all of his artillery to get rid of it. Because after all this is let off, you're not going to need that no more. There's no reason for missiles after that. It's truly going to be peace on the earth, because after what he does to the planet, to all the people, the inhabitants of the planet, and he allowed the elect to do, you ain't going to ever want to step up and try to question or fight or, contest with the Israelites. Ever.
Just a quick brief. Nahum 3:19, and it reads, there is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap the hands over thee, for upon whom hath not thy wickedness passed continually? Meaning that everything Esau is doing is what? It is messing up the earth. It's messing up the minds of the people, messing up the creatures upon the earth. Hey, so this overkill that the Most High is about to bring upon this devil, is rightly so.
That's right.
Because look at the state that the earth is in. It's all chaos. Hey, just like when Esau rejoices when a nigga gets shot 25 to 36 times, or like that nigga deserved it. Hey, so what's wrong with us saying, hey, you Esau deserves it. America deserves it.
Man, it needs to be overkill to drive the message home, to balance the wickedness that he's perpetuated, that energy of the wickedness he put. It has to be overkill in a righteousness to get rid of him, to balance that energy of the wickedness he did, to create that righteous act of eradicating him off the planet. Hey, you deserve it, man. You don't deserve to be back on the planet in the land of Edom or nowhere like that. You don't deserve that. Okay? That's right.
Back in Jeremiah 50 and 15. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down.
Hey, funny, I was gonna bring it up, but it just described it. And the world is gonna jump Esau, man. They about to surrounding this dude right now. They about to jump his ass, man.
Yeah.
Sick of this goddamn bully, man. Let's jump him. Like Craig and Chris Craig and Smokey talking about jumping Debo. Let's jump him. You gonna have to jump this damn Edomite, man. And everybody gonna just pitch in, man. All their best firepower.
Everybody getting their licks in.
Better get your lick in. It's the last one.
They come. For it is the vengeance of the Lord, Yahweh, Vashem Yahushai. Take vengeance upon her, as the brother was saying. As she hath done, do unto her.
As she has done,
Yep.
overkill, do unto her.
Kinda.
Matter of fact, get the one in Revelation 18. It said unto her double, right?
Kinda.
Over, most I gonna go overkill.
It's Revelation 18:6.
I'm gonna quote this one from Second Thessalonians 1:6. It is a righteous thing to recompense tribulation unto them that trouble you. So payback is an important thing with the Most High. Fair eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Old Testament, New Testament. Well, he say give back double to this goddamn devil.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
This Revelation 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even.
Hey, why you think he gonna let you get double? He remembered the iniquity that America has put out there. Okay, go ahead.
Reward her double. It's like a reward even her, as she rewarded you.
Payback.
And double unto her.
Overkill unto you, double the overkill unto her.
Double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double.
Fill it up double. You get a big, you get the double shot.
So you get that. What's the big goat?
Yeah, you got the big goat coming. For real. Hey, you deserve it. Okay? Even you Edomites today, you deserve it. Your daddies deserved it. Your granddaddies deserved it. Your great granddaddy deserved it. And you deserved it again. You deserved it every lifetime you've lived. Because you perpetuated nothing but wickedness. Because that's what the red Hebrew Edomite does. He don't know to do good. He only puts out evil. So he got to get, and he only overkills. So that has to come back to him.
This is going down 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work.
Let none escape.
Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in the day, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord power, Yahweh of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up.
And Esau is the most proud.
Okay.
He's the most proud on the earth. He acts like nobody can take him down. Okay? Most High is going to take you down with some overkill.
Okay. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him.
Devour all round about him. I got one. Obadiah chapter was 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
God, because this is still hatred. This hatred stems before Esau and Jacob, you know? It stems in the garden, you know, Esau being that serpent, you know, that spirit being reincarnated into Cain, and then that spirit being reincarnated into Esau, you know, which is the forefather of you Edomites, man.
Yeah.
You know, so that perpetual hatred has always been there, man.
And you look at Cain, right? This dude just was stacking just sin against sin. Lied to the Most High. Am I my brother's keeper, talking back to the Most High? He killed Abel for no reason. He didn't bring a righteous offering. You know, he brought some bull to the table. Like, all these things you just gonna keep? Yeah, but that's what Edomites do. Okay, they don't know how to do the right thing. That's how you can see that that's the spirit of Esau that was in Cain.
God, scripture say he was a liar from the beginning and a bold not in the truth.
Yeah, murderer from the beginning.
Yeah, murderous. Like,
yeah, but still,
he was a nigger from the beginning.
This nigga was a nigga from day one, man.
Nigga from the beginning, bro.
For real.
God, this one you, bro.
That's not the one I wanted. I was reading that. Let me see. Oh yeah, and thou shalt be cut off forever. You don't get to just get an ass whooping like the rest of the nations, and you go back to your own land after you serve, captivity, and you put in work. You go to work, and then you go to the pit, and I mean the final pit. You know, that long sleep pit. Okay. where do we want? Yeah, verse 16. It says, "For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been." Right? Overkill. Gonna take you out. You're gonna drink continually. We have to sip a big nasty cup of it. You got the big gulp coming. Okay, verse 18. "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Yeah.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord hath spoken it." I got another. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." Overkill, man. And when you read about the history of the things that's happened to the world, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened to the world.
Yeah.
Okay? But guess what? The Most High is going to set all that in proper order, that this time here is going to really, forever, perpetually in history forever, this is going to overshadow all the wickedness, you Edomites, and all those greatness that we did, and everything that ever happened in the earth before this is going to be overshadowed by the overkill the Most High uses to free his people. The last exodus out of Egypt, the first Egypt, when we walked out with Moses, this is going to overshadow that 10 times greater, man, at least.
The flood.
The second death is going to clearly overshadow the flood. All this is going down at one event, one time period in history. Okay, so this time will never be forgotten. All right. You got something?
Yeah. There's Isaiah 54:16, and it reads, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire."
Yep. Hey, I need somebody diabolical enough to go in this laboratory and create something that can really just do it. That's the one I just read.
Okay.
That I can really just set this right. Just have this type of fire. Matter of fact, make him put them atoms and them hydrogens together to stack them up and then unload them and implode them to each other to really just give it overkill. Because World War II with the hydrogen bomb, the atom bomb, the A bomb was enough. Then the H bomb was enough. They never even used the H bomb. The atom bomb was enough after World War II. H bomb, they were just playing with it out here in Nevada, shooting it off, funny. Then they came up with the nuke. This nuke is like, man, it implodes first. And then it explodes even greater. It implodes to build up more force. And then it says it's going to lay mountains desolate. It says, matter of fact, I'm going to get the script on. Do you have more right there?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 54:16. "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work." Right? That smith is the modern day scientist, that blow, because back in the times of war, you had the blacksmith or the weaponsmith, he'll grab the metal.
Swordsmith.
The swordsmith, he'll put it in the heated coals, blow the air on it so the fire gets hotter, and will beat that metal into a weapon. Well, that's exactly what the scientists are doing now. But it's not because they're doing it on their own. It's because the Most High put them thoughts in their head to create them weapons. So those scientists coming up with these different reactions for these atoms to implode on one another and to create these explosions. The Most High put that in their minds to do that.
It's a lot, bro. Maybe is it lay mountains flat?
I could look it up.
Yeah, a lot of people should look that, because think about it. That's overkill, bro.
Bro.
I couldn't think of where that was at. I got the wrong script, but yeah. Hey, he's not gonna play. And the beautiful thing about it, we don't talk with a sad countenance about this, because think about it. If you've been getting picked on your whole life by this bully, right? Then all of a sudden, your big brother come back in town from wherever he been at, lifting weights or martial arts training up in the, he a ninja and shit now or whatever. He come back to avenge you. Guess what? You ain't gonna be all scared. You're gonna be like, yeah, get him, big bro, get him. And that's what your Howard Shah gonna do. He gonna come back and get him. Okay? Come knock this dude out the box, man. Please. He been fucking with me since you left.
Yeah, I got the brief.
You got it?
Ezekiel 33 and
Ezekiel
28.
33. Yep.
For I will lay the land most desolate, and the pomp of her strength shall cease. And the mountains of Israel shall be desolate, that none shall pass through. Then shall they know that I am the Lord when I have laid the land most desolate, because of all their abominations which they have committed.
He said he gonna lay mountains flat. He gonna lay all the land desolate. He gonna the one in 2 Peter, I think it's the 3rd chapter, where he said the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
God.
Everything's on the periodic table of elements. He gonna lay all that flat, man. Anything that got that flat, if he ain't protecting it, it's getting laid down. Okay? Overkill. The level of this firepower is excessive to win this battle, but he gonna use it anyway. Laser beams, you don't need laser beams, but guess what? That's what we using. Most High gonna use laser beams. Okay? You had something else or no?
Yeah, I was thinking about that pre where it says that he was the Most High angry with the seas.
Yeah, I think that's
you know?
this is Ezra, 2nd Ezra, I think. I'll look.
But yeah, I'm gonna finish this up.
Yeah, I'll get Joe.
It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. What is the waster?
Yeah.
The waster is that nuke, man. The nuclear missiles. You know, the waster to destroy. I got another pre.
Yep.
This is Jeremiah 51 at the top. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. Because if you ever seen a video of the nukes going off, you know that radiation heat. That's power right there. That's millions of degrees Celsius of burning fire.
Celsius. And Celsius is a different level than Fahrenheit.
Celsius is higher than Fahrenheit, you know? It says, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her.
And real quick, just to be clear about the Fahrenheit Celsius thing, freezing on the Fahrenheit scale is 32 degrees. Well,
that's 0
it's
degrees
0
Celsius.
degrees Celsius. So it's balanced that way. You got it, bro.
Yeah, and that's 273 Kelvin. If you wanna go into it.
Yeah.
And I was sent unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and that's beautiful how the Most High said fanners, you know, because if you like if you've been in church, you know, raised in church or things like that, you always had them black women with them hand fans, you know, and when they get them hand fans, that cool wind, well in this case the hot wind is gonna be pushed forth the bodies of the people, man. You know, meaning what? Hey, as the head of discount, Brother Crowdesy say instant cremation. You know, but that radiation. That radiated heat is going to wipe over the face of the earth. You know, along with the nuclear explosion that's going to rock the earth to and fro, as the scriptures speak.
Yeah.
It says,
hey, that's how much overkill. It's going to hit one landmass on the earth, and it's going to rock the whole earth. It's going to make the whole earth do the
You talking about the shoulder move?
Yeah, bro.
The Harlem Shake.
Yeah, the Harlem Shake, the water, bro. I couldn't think of that one. That's the one I wanted to. It's going to make the whole earth do the Harlem Shake, man. You know? Because boom is going to hit hard. All right? Overkill.
Okay, bro.
Yep.
It says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. And against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts.
What? Destroy who?
Destroy ye utterly all her hosts.
All her hosts. Right. Hey, when you go into Ezekiel the 9th chapter, what it say? Those that don't have a mark, kill all of them. Then it lists men, women, children, maids, and women. Yeah. We named everybody, old, young, everybody, man. Lay everybody else down. You know? You got something else? I got something.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I should end with this or what, but
I might check really quick.
yeah, we gotta get Revelation because this one is.
We ain't even bring our second edges either.
Yeah, you gotta get it. Yeah, the brothers posted it.
Oh,
The
come on.
16th chapter too.
You want the 18?
Yeah. Cause we read some of it, but we didn't get that in. Matter of fact,
You want to read this verse? 16?
Yeah.
Come on. The second edge of 16 and start top. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia.
Mm-hmm.
Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
I'm gonna lay this place down, man. That's all I'll talk about this place. Okay?
The brother said the stanky leg.
That's it. Go ahead, bro.
It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and as the scriptures say, hey, the second woe, is past, and the third woe cometh quickly, being one. Hey, this war, hey, as the
War.
the scriptures tell, hey man, it's gonna happen, man.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. Hey, it's so many things happening right now in the world. It's America. Hey, the faith has to come. It has to.
Hey, and don't it deserve it? Like, if you really think of the works of this place, in like humanity and moral sense, don't it deserve an ass kicking? At least, like, it deserves something bad to happen to this place. But what the scriptures call this place, the virgin daughter of Babylon, the untouched, beloved princess of confusion.
Come, bro.
You know,
Come.
this place has to get ran through and defiled. It's all sored up and nasty up under here, though.
Yeah.
This place has been in bed with all kinds of things. You think it's cool because it's been untouched. This place has been doing all kinds of nasty acts and works. It needs to be burnt up and destroyed.
Come, bro.
Right.
It says, gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Yeah, and everybody, man, you need to be crying. Everything about to go down bad.
Come on.
You got it.
A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? And these are rhetorical questions, you know, because once that missile is shot off, it's no like the Avengers movie, how they disconnect the bombs and all that.
Superman 4, he fly up and change the course and throw it all out, and he bottle them all up in a net and swing them out into space.
Or like
none of that going on.
that the X-Men movie when Magneto held his hand up with the missiles and then turned them back and then pushed them another way. That's all fake, man.
That ain't happening.
Yeah.
But if anybody did have that type of spiritual power, they we need to make it go faster to get to this place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if the Most High gave anybody that kind of power, it would be only to further destroy this place, because you gotta have the right type of mind to be given that type of spiritual power. Go ahead, bro.
A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?
Mm-hmm.
Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
Yep. You showed no mercy, you will be shown no mercy.
Those that live by the sword shall die by it.
That's right.
It's that simple, man. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath began to burn.
That's it. Hey, what we say? Jacob aflame,
Esau the house of stubble.
You know, Joseph aflame, Jacob fire, and Esau for stubble. Mm-hmm. Once the stubble begin to burn, ain't no stopping it.
It's over. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
Yep.
The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues.
Hey, Most High is the mighty archer that's sending these plagues.
Mm-hmm.
And he gonna have every one of these missiles go right to where they need to go. You get into the script, you've been posting. Go ahead, bro.
Who is he that can drive them away?
Mm-hmm.
A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear it? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Mm-hmm. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? If
I'm creating my own comic strip, my own movie, or whatever you want to call it, if I control everything that gets done in it, I can have exactly what I want to happen. Well, the Most High wants America destroyed in a very brutal way. Okay? He's going to destroy it. He's destroying it spiritually. We pretty much crumbled this place spiritually. The place is broken. Between us and Trump, the job is getting done. Okay? The Hebrew Israelites and your president of this place, the job is getting done. Okay? So from there, just the decay and like I said, worms is already on top of you and up under you. Yeah, this place is ready to
down.
What's the other word? Decay.
Yeah, decay.
What's the other word?
Deteriorate.
What's the other word?
Um,
Decompose.
yeah, decompose.
All of those words. Go ahead.
Hey, triple D. Yeah, triple D. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
Mm-hmm. Instant cremation.
The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea.
From what's the name of that movie? When they went up and they took the bomb and put it into the missile into the meteor, whatever that was coming. Yeah, he ain't coming to do none of that, man. This place gotta go. Go ahead, bro.
And the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled.
Mm-hmm.
And the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power.
Yeah, that's everything.
Yeah.
Keep going.
For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Hey, if the think about it, if the fish is gonna be troubled,
yeah,
and they're not shooting at the water particularly, but if the fish is gonna be troubled, what about the people that's standing on the earth? And water and fire, one's supposed to quench the other.
It shows that how strong that heat is.
Yeah, it's gonna evaporate water.
It's gonna evaporate fish.
Fish in the water, man.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
From one end of ICBM, one end intercontinental ballistic missile, from one end of the earth, one continent to another.
Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Mm-hmm.
The fire is kindled, as we just said, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer.
When you consume the what was that Bay Area one that just went down, that big fire up there?
Oh, con.
Right? Trees are still next to it, but all the buildings and some stuff like that was burnt up, right? And you see the foundations of the houses, the brick under that was built on, the concrete, the fireplace, stones and all that, still intact. Most High about to lay all that down. Ain't gonna be nothing standing. Okay, when he lay this place down. Good.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again.
Hit the 2 million missile script, bro. Go to that.
Where's it? 200,000?
Yeah, 1,000.
Where is it?
Isn't that a Revelation? I thought you were there somewhere. Like I don't remember what chapter it was. Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, man, when you start, that's what's witnessing against this red Hebrew Edomite. His works and his overkill. If he'd have just done a little bit and then just tried to ride it out like the other heathen, they did their wickedness and they just tried to just ride under the radar. This damn devil only knows all gas. He just pedaled to the metal the whole time. He only knows overkill. You don't need to do it that heavy, He could have let us out of slavery. He didn't have to give us the name of the Most High. And then he could have just sent us somewhere and left us alone. But no, this devil kept perpetuating his wickedness against the children of Israel and against the earth in itself. So as you do that, on and on and on, guess what? The Most High got something for you, man.
This is Revelation 9 and 16. And it reads, I'm going to start 15. 15. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. Those
horsemen, you might have to read up on that, bro.
To
understand the horsemen.
This 12 then. 12. One woe was past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter.
And what's funny, those last 2 woes right there, both was nuclear. The first woe was like guns, tanks, and shit like that. These last 2 woes or world wars are big guns are coming out. And really, it was both in the Second World War, but this last World War just gonna be nuclear. We're gonna have some other little stuff, but it's gonna be the big guns. Okay? And when I say big guns, these missiles, nuclear missiles in this time. You got it, bro.
This continuing 9 and 13. And the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before Yahweh, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates.
Yep.
And the four angels were loosed,
they were holding them, held back the angels to hold it all together. Hey, let them loose, man. Let them loose. Go scoop up my leg. Y'all let the destruction come. Do all y'all jobs, man. It's time. It's go time. Everybody go. All right?
Gone.
So this destruction, we can set it off, man. So this destruction could lay all the enemies down right now.
This 16 and the number of continue 15. So like which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And I saw, and thus I
the number of those horses were 200,000.
Gone.
Hey, everybody that got nukes, shoot them off. Hey, what's funny is, this is, I got a kind of a funny mind like that. I'm always thinking of serious jokes, right? Jokes that really aren't jokes, but they're kind of serious.
Gone.
So what if a heathen thought in one country, we're going to hold back one just in case? Most I ain't having that, man. He ain't having that. Somebody will accidentally press the button or something, or they going to get destroyed and it's going to blow up in their own land. But all these missiles got to get shot off.
They're going to hit their intended target.
So they might as well just get shot off over here to America and different other places where you Edomites dwell at and you rule from. It's going to hit a bunch of places, but particularly to destroy the North America, you don't need 200 million. Okay? As many as it's going to be, you didn't need that many. But the light show, the 4th of July fireworks, is going to be amazing.
Okay.
To be able to watch that from a safe place.
Yeah, gone.
And to narrowly escape it is going to be a beautiful thing, man.
I got a quick brief just to show that the horsemen aren't actual like men, but they're.
What chapter you in?
Joel.
We're at the
2 and 3, and down to 4.
Well, I was gonna read it. Oh, you can read it all. I had it.
Kind.
I was gonna finish with that one.
Oh, kind.
I was gonna wrap it up with that one.
Kind.
Unless you got something else.
No, that was it.
Yeah, you can wrap it up.
Because this like the brother saying, this is just a pre to back up the horsemen being the nukes. Because Joel 2 and 3, a fire devoured before them.
It's showing you that this is nuclear.
Kind.
A fire devoured before them.
And then and the flame, and behind them a flame burning.
Yeah, because in the front of an arrow or the horseman or these nuclear missiles, the warhead is in the front. But the fire, the propulsion unit is in the back, like a tail. It's going to describe it all. Go ahead. And what's funny is how Joel, seen all this, so imagine him jotting all this down, like, oh, shit, what the fuck is that? You know?
It's beautifully written.
Yeah. Explained it beautifully.
Okay. It says, the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate
it's beautiful paradise. Eden means paradise, right? Hebrew word Idon, paradise. It's beautiful paradise before they hit, before they show up, but after they leave,
desolate wilderness.
It's a desolate wilderness, man. Uninhabitable. It's that messed up. It's uninhabitable.
Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Nothing shall escape.
And the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses. And as horses,
because like a stampede. Okay, you gotta think of it like a stampede.
Because horses in the scriptures represent power.
Oh yeah.
You know? That's why it says in the scripture dealing with Edom and Israel, I've seen servants upon horses, meaning I've seen servants upon that power seat.
Yep.
You know, and I've seen princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Every time somebody bring that scripture, I gotta bring up Django. Hey, what's Candy? What's that nigga doing on that nag?
Yeah, come, bro.
Why is that nigga up there where white folks supposed to be at?
Right.
Niggas ain't supposed to be up there.
Yeah, where is he running?
Yeah, where was he?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He was in a position of power. He was a freed slave and didn't give him power. Okay?
Because even when you look deeper into it, hey, you showing authority over that animal.
Hey, not only the animal, when you think about war, and I've seen this used in a brawl. I was at a carnival and there was a brawl going on, like essays were just going crazy. You Issacharites was wild in that day, right? Just brawling and going crazy. And all the police did, they didn't actually tase or they didn't pepper. They didn't do none of that stuff. They just all the big groups of brawling and fighting. All they did was trot the horses through the crowd. Everybody broke up. The power of those horses was so much. It just blasted people like it dispersed the crowd.
It separated.
It wasn't that everybody ran. They didn't even realize that the horses were coming. But it just them touching the horse, like hitting the horse, it was so powerful. And it was just trotting. It wasn't galloping. It was just trotting sideways, nice and calm. Boom, dispersed the whole shit. Looked like a bowling ball in bowling pins. Just knocked them all out. And they was like, damn, kind of dazed, like, what the fuck was that? You know? Then they see the big ass. They cops is calm up there, like nothing can touch me. That's the power that's coming. That an analogy anyway, but that's the type of power that the Most High is going to use with these nukes. It's going to disperse everything. It's going to disperse atoms and burn it up, okay, and explode to lay this place stubble.
Come on, bro.
Oh, keep reading.
Dang, that's cool enough too. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise.
They're gonna run though. They're gonna be shot off, and they're gonna be all in array. You know, I can't even do it right. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna be going, man, all ready to, like a stampede, man, in formation, ready to let off.
Just, bro, just like in war. You know, as it says in the scriptures, the battle was with rolled garments.
I get it. Now I get it. I said no. I get it. This one, yeah,
bro.
We get it. We're gonna quote the whole thing. Then we get it. Now, I was about to quote it too. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. No, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
As before you had the technology that we have now. You know, you had men that was out there with swords. Out there with shields. Metal armor. Chain link armor and things like that.
Yep.
They was strong. Hey, look in the times of King David. They didn't have guns and things like that. It was hand to hand combat. Hey, who's ever the strongest, whoever the quickest,
they had
the best.
Arrows and projectiles, but not much slings and things, but not that stuff was serious.
You had to get down face to face, Can you read that again, bro?
Yeah, it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this one, the third world woe, shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And Joel is going to go into that because when you have the burning and fuel of fire, and as it's comparing them to horses, the horses being in formation, much like those missiles being shot in that formation. Yep. Even if you look into these older movies and things like that, whether it be Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings and things like that, when they shot those arrows off, even if you look at 300,
Yeah.
When they shot those arrows off into the them 300, the men, them arrows came down to a certain trajectory and covered the face of the sky and made it dark.
Hey,
man.
some people got hit. Arrow through their leg, and the shield didn't get up under. Yeah. Some people get hit. And the movie Hero with Jet Li and Donnie Yen and all Donnie Yen, right? Yeah, I think that's his name. They shut off all their arrows, man, and came down hitting people. Okay? So it's the same type of thing. That's how the missile's going to be. I need to pull that scene up from Hero to show you. That's overkill, bro.
Yeah, bro.
In that movie. You got it. Hey, at the ending scene, too.
There's like I said, Jeremiah. Joel 2 and 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people.
When this is what Jake can't understand now. When there was chariots and horses running up mountains and running down the main roads, you could hear that sound coming because the world wasn't as busy.
You could feel it.
You could feel it, right? Because the world wasn't as busy with noise like it is now. The same type of noise and noise cancellation, earbuds and shit like that. So you heard birds chirping. So when the birds stopped chirping, you like, what the fuck was that? Why didn't no grasshoppers at night? Oh, because I hear this big ass rumbling coming.
Bro, even when the scripture says in Amos, it's like Amos 3 and 3 and 6, it says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?" You know, when they send off that horn, you know, that trumpet, that sound. Oh, this is not a drill. You know that nuclear war is imminent. You know, you have this amount of time until the bombs impact. You know, that's that trumpet, and the Lord sent it. You know, they just getting to speak on what you said about the chariots, or when the men were on them horses, the power was still in front of the horse. You know, because those men, even when you look at jousting and things like that, they had that long sword, and the energy or the most
momentum.
Yeah, the momentum was in the top of that spear. You know, so when those two men went against each other, and that long sword hit the other man, hey, that man was to fall off, or it even break and hurt him.
Yep.
You know, because that power was still in the front of that horse.
Jousting was transferring the energy and the power from the horse is bringing from running all the way through your body into that joust up into that point.
Bro.
I act like I've been there. Shit,
right.
But now I think about shit like
bro,
that. But you have to transfer that and then translate it at that one moment where you're at that one stiff.
Yeah.
And on target. Well, that's the same concentrated idea that these missiles have. That same concentrated, pinpointed energy has got to go into one certain point. Well, each one is going to have that certain point that is locked into. But it's going to be 200 million of them. You know? Overkill.
And as the horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble. As a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness.
Yeah, hey, you're gonna shit on yourself, man. I don't know another way to say it to you. You're gonna lose your balance, man. Okay, when you realize how bad this is about to be. When you see three people ahead of you burn, sizzle up as that devouring wind and fire come at you.
Consume
And then when your tongue, as you go to say something and talk some shit or whatever, or your last words, and your tongue starts burning away, and your flesh is burning away, and your eyes is burning away, then you gonna understand, man.
Yeah.
Then you gonna understand.
No joke.
And as fast as it's gonna happen, it's gonna feel like slow motion.
Hey, that's what the scripture say. They shall know it after death by pain.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta go through that, man.
Overkill.
Bro.
You could have just, Most High could have done anything lesser than that, but he gonna whoop that ass one last time for the 2/3. He gonna whoop that ass one last time to the heathen. We ain't gonna have to deal with that no more.
Bro. It's 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways. And they shall not break their ranks.
They shall not break their ranks. They gonna, like mighty men, they're not gonna, one ain't gonna juke. They just, they're not gonna hit each other. They're not gonna miss. The breeze ain't gonna throw nothing off. No, they're going to hit exactly the intended target that Yahweh wants them to hit.
So if 50,000 is supposed to hit Las Vegas, 50,000 going to hit Las Vegas,
That's
man.
right.
There ain't no stopping it.
That's right.
You know? Just continuing. 8, neither shall one thrust another. Yep. They shall walk everyone in his path. Hey, that's
everybody got their own path. It's like the airport. When you see the flight plans of these airplanes, you don't hear about them crashing into each other across the country.
It's a calculated trajectory, man. The Most High has already, the Most High has already set the paths of each individual missile.
It's been laid out, and they ain't even shot them off yet.
Bro, what?
Yep. That's power.
Bro.
That's power.
And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city, and they shall run upon the wall. And this shows you that it's not talking about literal men or horses, man. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them.
Yep.
The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
They gonna blot out the sun. You ain't gonna be able to see, man. People ain't ready, man.
Alright,
people ain't ready, man. It's like using, what was the analogy? It's like, what do we say? Using a nuclear to kill a barn house.
Yeah, 40
like-
40 megaton to
Yeah.
destroy a farmhouse.
It's like using a machine gun to to just to do fireworks, man. It's like I already know
To rip a
now.
piece of paper.
Yeah, bro. It's like this major overkill was about to go down. But the message will be sent. Okay?
Yep.
That's the point. The message will be received.
Yep.
All right?
And it's 11. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executed his word.
And what's crazy is he gonna overkill and he gonna have all the missiles going off. But he likes doing things with small numbers, though,
Okay.
to show his power. He loves using the small numbers to show his power.
Little man, the little guy.
Yeah, the underdog. He loves the underdog.
For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it?
The day of the Lord is very great and terrible, and who can abide it?
Who can abide it?
Hey, so you better pray that you of the elect, man.
All right.
You better do all the works of the elect. You better, whatever you got to do, you better, the Most High puts in your spirit, you better do it with everything you got in it, man. Because we don't want to get a part of this overkill. Okay? It's going to be a lake of fire. That sounds like an oxymoron. But that's just the best way to describe 200 million missiles hitting one plot of land. Okay?
And the scriptures say there is no other day like it.
Man.
You know? That's talking about Jacob's trouble, but it's talking about the whole
Events of all that's going to take place in that day.
You know?
Michael the Archangel going to have to stand up
Yeah, come on, bro.
to help us out. You know?
You know, that was a lesson that we brought to you. I came through the spirit, Hey,
Appreciate y'all stand up for the late night snack. Man.
Lord willing, I don't want to rise out was edifying into the body, We want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. A double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to you. I can bring out this word in diligence and in truth, Just keep fighting, keep standing in the spirit, keep pushing. Don't allow Satan to take you off your course. Keep praying, keep fasting,
keep the brotherhood strong, man. This is set up, but this is set up for a reason. The brotherhood is set up to like they talk about cords in a rope. When they talk about like a net or whatever you want to talk about, or links in the chain, it takes the strength from the next one to help strengthen the one before and the one after it. Everybody has to put in, man.
Hey, like in the movie Planet of the Apes, Caesar broke one stick and said apes alone weak, but then he tried to break all the sticks together and he said apes together strong. Not saying we apes, saying we Israelites. The brotherhood is something important. Hey, Yahweh Shai had his men. He got the apostles.
300 we always bring up, right?
Yep.
When he said, no, this is the little crippled hunchback dude can't be a part of this because we fight as an impenetrable unit.
That became God.
Okay? And then you can't stop us if long we keep our impenetrable unit. You protect my knee to the thigh on my left side, on my right side, and then I protect yours. And all the way down the chain.
We all building each other up. Iron sharpeneth iron, man.
That's right.
So, hey, and we don't know where the Most High gonna have us in these last days, man. So continue to be brotherly. Continue to upload lessons on exhortation.
It's like last thing I want to put in about that, bro. It don't matter if you're doing the most or you're doing the least. Keep doing
your parts.
Just keep doing whatever's on your spirit. Keep doing. And we all know and feel like we can do more. Do the best of your ability, but don't stop. No, you may not like when you run for gym class or whatever. You gotta run 3 miles or whatever. Guess what? Just because we got this damn track star out here blazing the whole field up, don't worry about him. Run your course to the best of your ability, man. You'd be surprised. You beat her at the end.
Okay. We're all working for that penny.
Yeah.
Flip your talents, man. Flip your talents. Use the gifts that the Lord gave you, because it's all into the edifying of the body, man. Which means what? It's all rebuilding the spiritual temple, which is just furthering our time of being out this hell, So as we said, and we want to we said again, we want to give all praise and glory and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. A double honors unto the elders and apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to you. I can bring out this word in diligence and in truth. Shalom, Akim.
Shalom, man.